Hello, lovelies. I am Kira. Welcome to the dollhouse, or welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little short because I am having a horrific pain day. And I know I was trying to do a tutorial, but I'm still trying to get the camera angles and things and stuff, and my laptop camera is not quite good enough to get tutorials because it's old. So I'm trying to figure out how to rig the phone so you can see what I'm doing. Got some chaos blankets made. I haven't been very productive lately. I got some chaos blankets made for the shelter. I like this one. That one came out pretty. I'm not sure if this is going to be a chaos blanket or a lap blanket because it's kind of big. It's kind of like the sunset or the sunrise, I guess, with the big orange in the middle. Okay. I don't do a lot of color control in my work, and I color controlled that one, and now I know why I don't do a lot of color control in my work. This one's a first for me. I'm not sure if it's come out straight. I'm not sure if I've done it properly because I did not have a pattern. Let me get my ears straight. Boop. So, even when I feel terrible, I can still be kind of foxy. That was horrible, wasn't it? I know. This is my first scarf with ears and a hood. And I think it turned out pretty good. It could be a fox. It could be a cat. They're triangle ears. So, whatever you feel like being. I feel like being waiting for my coffee right now. I should probably put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, but I have a headache. And I'm complaining a lot in this video. And I have a couple of questions. Maybe you guys can help me out. Oh, there's a camera there. I can see. Maybe you guys can help me out on a couple questions that I have. I have been using relatively exclusively the old traditional aluminum stick crochet hooks because that's what I learned on, and that's what I'm used to, and that's what I'm comfortable with. Now, I've gotten a couple different kinds. I've gotten a couple different, decent quality wooden hooks. I have some Lion brand wooden hooks. Well, my problem is the thinner the hook is, the more it hurts my hands because old and arthritis. But all of the hooks that I can find, like the Clover-esque hooks, all have a very short neck. And I don't tend to choke up on my yarn. Thank you for my coffee. I don't tend to choke up on my yarn. I tend to work with my hand down further. So this is a very comfortable 6.5. It's a very comfortable handle. But I feel like I have to work like this because the neck is so small. Thinking I would do a little bit better, I got myself some Addy hooks because this is my only aluminum stick Addy hook that I own. It's an 8mm. And it's beautiful. And it just flows through yarn. And every Addy hook I can find. That one I got in a mystery box of yarn, and I'm ecstatic about. Every hook I can find is way too expensive. Now, I tried to get the ergonomic Addy hooks, and since I'm a smart girl, I got a 5 and I got a 6 because blanket border. The handles are nice. The handles fit really well, especially if you use a knife hold. The handles fit really well for a knife hold. But look how small the neck is. Look how small the neck is. Why don't they have longer necks? Why are ergonomic handles making me want to have to hunch over and like choke up on yarn? I don't want to do that. I love these handles. These handles are brilliant. But the neck is not long enough. And that makes me sad. Especially for what I paid for 2 individual hooks. I am a bargain basement, give me a coupon that better be on sale kind of girl. Because medical stuff is expensive. And I'm not comfortable enough with my proficiency and my sales rate to splurge on some furls. Furls, I hear, have a beautiful handle, and the handle is down for enough that you have a nice long neck to work with on the hook. So where am I going to find a good, not crazy expensive? I don't need a whole set. If I can get a whole set, that would be great. But even if I have to buy them individually, what more ergonomic hooks than, the traditional stick hooks? Have a longer neck. I can't be the only one that needs like distance between your hook and your yarn. I can't be the only one that thinks that you have to like choke up on these. And I would like to be able to be more comfortable when crafting so I can craft for more time at once. But after a while with the aluminum sticks that I have heard put a tennis ball on it, which I think is more awkward to get used to than just the hook. I've heard put a beauty blender on it. I have bought the little squishy tubes that you put around your aluminum hooks so that they're squishy and soft, and so help me out. Do you have something like that? Do you have something that works? Does one of your friends make something like that? Please let me know in the comments, because my arthritis is only going to get worse from this point, and I'd really love to be able to sit down and, whip out like 4, 5, 6 shelter blankets at once. Also, honest question. Everything is offensive nowadays. Everybody is angry at everybody else. And social tensions are high right now. So I'm going to ask, before this summer, a lot of crochet items are snapped up. They sell like hotcakes right before and during Pride. Do I have a right to make Pride merch to sell? Am I taking that away from other people? Is it not my community, so I should back up? there are social intricacies to this stuff that I just don't quite get. So, you know, I don't want to just make things for the sake of making them, but I also don't want to make things and then have people tell me it's not my place and be offended. So I figured I'd ask. And hopefully nobody gets mad at me for asking, because I am old is not a good reason, but I was raised in a Reaganomics household, and this whole everyone is offended by everything is new to me. I'm still trying not to be offensive most of the time. So, wanted to ask just to get some opinions. I know there is not one person that speaks for everybody, but just getting some opinions on, you know, I don't want to overstep my boundaries. I don't want to do something I'm not socially acceptably allowed to do on YouTube. So I figured I'd ask you guys. Nicotine of the day is 6 milligram Cookie Crisp, also known as Delaware Vapors Santa's snack. And my son brought me coffee when I first started, so I have hot coffee. Hey. Hot coffee. Someday I will drink coffee out of my Kira's Dollhouse mug and not just have it sitting on the shelf being pretty. But right now it's pretty. I also updated my Buy Me a Coffee website. Everybody seems to be in economic turmoil, so I added a feature to my site. I used to say that for every item that I sold, whether it's through the Buy Me a Coffee or whether it's through people DMing me or people I know in person, for every item I sold, I would make a chaos blanket for the shelter. And I haven't made a sale yet this year. So I added a feature on my Buy Me a Coffee where instead of just buying me a coffee, you can put that money towards a chaos blanket for the shelter. And I will make and ship out your chaos blanket. I'll send you a picture of it if you want. And that way, it helps me pay for shipping on the chaos blankets. And then I feel like I'm actually doing something besides just making chaos blankets and sending them out. I'm getting the word out. I'm getting more people involved. And that makes my heart happy. So I will put the link probably down here to my Buy Me a Coffee. If you see anything you like, anything I made, it's probably for sale. You can hit my Buy Me a Coffee. You can hit me up on Twitter. I am Dollhouse Kira on Twitter. And I think that's all I got today. Please leave me a comment if you know of comfortable, ergonomic handled hooks that don't have little teeny tiny necks. Now, I don't need like Tunisian crochet length. I just need something that's more than like this much neck and a hook. Also, one last thing. My husband's coworker wants me to make her grandmother a variegated navy set. The only navy ombre yarn that I can find that truly is a navy ombre yarn, besides mandala ombre that has the splashes of white throughout it, is a sock yarn. And it's very expensive. And I want to make Grandma something she wants, because Hub's coworker is like one of my kids. She's a hoot, and I love her to death. And she lives with her Gammy, and her Gammy wants one. So if you know of any phasing or nice navy ombres, not a navy variegated, but a navy ombre. I have found one from Elise, but I've never used Elise yarn, so I'm going to have to order it blind and hope it's soft, I guess. But if you know of anybody that has a 3-weight, I can do 4-weight. I would prefer a 3-weight and a navy ombre. I have been searching and searching and searching, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to get my own, like 6 different colors of yarn and just make my own ombre. But I was hoping it would be a little easier than that. Alright, I am going to drink my coffee. I am going to call my doctor because we're in a bit of a kerfuffle over my pain meds. And yeah, let's not get into that. If you guys want me to get into medical stuff, I will. I know I bring it up a lot because... But if you guys want more detail, I'd be happy to make a video. I still feel weird for putting my central line tutorial up. I still haven't gotten to fully edit the hookup of the central line, because that's so much more extensive than the taking off the central line. But if you guys care, I will finish editing that and put that up. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know if you know of any navy ombre yarn. Let me know if you know of any comfortable ergonomic hooks that don't have little tiny necks that I can afford. I am dying to get a couple furls hooks, but I have not had the chance to play with furls hooks or Ami hooks, which I hear is a very good, close to furls quality, except Ami is like half the price. That's still expensive for me. $10 for a hook, $12 for a hook, $24 for a hook is a little crazy. If you have that money to spare and you can budget, good on you, because I would love to have a complete set of furls, because some of them are beautiful. I just don't have the extra income for that right now. So, yeah. Leave me a like. Subscribe if you want. I'm here sporadically when my health allows, and I have neat, spiffy things to show you. And leave me a comment if you can help me out and answer some of my questions for me. And I will be back when I'm back. Hopefully in the next couple days. Be good. Be good to yourself. Sprinkle kindness like seeds. That stuff's free. Bye, lovelies.